ladies and gentlemen. So today we're going to start on lesson number 2. Hopefully you did a really nice job with understanding our numbers. Today should be a little bit of a review lesson going back to 7th grade, I hope. It's evaluating expressions, and an expression is a problem without an equal sign. So when we're doing these, we're going to have, I'll do that for evaluating. Evaluating an expression means that you substitute numbers for the variables and use PEMDAS. And hopefully we all remember what PEMDAS is, right, for the order of operations. Now, your calculators this year are much fancier than the ones we had last year, and you're allowed to use them, except for that quiz we took, you're allowed to use them all the time. But if your number is negative, a fraction is being multiplied by another number or has an exponent, you need to put parentheses around it when you put it into your calculator. Unlike our old calculators, our new calculators don't have a fraction button, but they do let you turn decimals into fractions, fractions into decimals. So to turn a decimal into a fraction on the calculator, these are the buttons that you're going to hit. Math, enter, enter. And we will practice that together in class to make sure that you understand it. Sometimes it's also, you'll hear me refer it to math frac, because math is the button on the calculator. Frac is telling you that you're turning it into a fraction, and then you have to hit enter again. But let's see how we're going to do this. So we're going to start off a little old school and actually show all of our steps here. So we have these variables with our values. Notice some of them are fractions. And I want to know, well, what's 2a plus 3z? So that means I'm going to first take out, and I'm going to put, instead of the a, I'm going to put the 8. So this is 2 times 8 plus 3 times -1. And I'm putting it in the parentheses because if you did it on the calculator, that's how we'd want to see it. All right, so we have to do, we have the parentheses between multiplying, so we're going to do 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times -1 is -3, and then 16 plus -3 is 13. Not so bad. X, Y, Z means that we're multiplying, so we have -3 times 2/3 times -1. If you are going to try to enter that fraction in your calculator, you actually put it in parentheses, and you would do it as 2 divided by 3 in your calculator. But it has to be in parentheses. So I'm going to do this. I already know, though, that -3 times 2/3 is -2. And then -2 times -1 is +2. All right, let's try the next one. So now I have some exponents in here. So we have 2a squared minus 3b squared. So 2 times 8 squared minus 3 times 4 squared. Right? Order of operations says I have to do my exponents first. So we're going to have 2, 8 squared is 64, minus 4 squared is 16. So 2 times 64 is hopefully 128. 3 times 16 is 48. So then when you go to subtract those, you should get, I certainly hope I did that right because I'm doing it without a calculator, 80. All right, b squared minus 4ac. So b squared, 4 squared, minus 4 times a is 8, c is 16. Oh, this one I'm getting my calculator for. I know 4 squared is 16. And, hold on. And let's see, we have 4 times 8 times 16 is 512. So now when I do that, 16 minus 512 is going to give me a negative number, -496. All right, but again, Very similar. We did all that kind of stuff last year. These I want to save. Okay, we're going to save 5 and 6 and 7 for class together, because those do get a little bit more complicated, and this way we'll be able to use our calculators as well to help us with that. So, pretty short lesson. A lot of what we did last year, and we'll work on the calculator stuff. We'll work on that together in class tomorrow. All right, so please make sure you bring your graphing calculators with you. Any questions for your class? Have a good night, guys.